welcome everyone. This is Miss Bar over here. Thank you so much for coming and tuning to our class for today. Before we get started with our class, I just would like to say that I appreciate you guys for coming and listening to me for our class in this week 12. So thank you very, very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in our session for today, this is going to be a very, very quick one because I just would like to share with you guys some samples of Memo which will be very crucial because your final assignment would somehow look like this. So I thought it would be nice if you can have a bit of introduction to Memo first. Now, so basically that is all of what we want to achieve in our very short session for today. As we all know that we also will be having another session where I can meet up with you guys and we are going to do a bit of a recap and talk back again on our recommendation report. So that will be what we want to achieve in week 12. But for this particular video itself, we only will be talking about only Memo. All right, guys. So before we move into further details, I want to remind you guys that you still have time to work on your SAA quiz tree. This is an individual task, and you still have up until 1st of June for most sections, and for another section you have until 2nd of June. Basically, you only have 1 week for you to work on this, so please try to do as many times as you can, and please try to get 50 out of 50 for your SAA activity over here. Now, what we really want to focus and do as the remaining assessment, the only assessment left, would be your third assessment, that is the written report assessment. Now, I hope that you guys have contacted your group members and also created a WhatsApp group amongst yourself so that you guys can discuss with your group members on the activities and also the things that you guys have to do. Again, I will be doing all those things in our synchronous session where I can hear you guys and I want to listen to you guys, discuss with your group members. And hopefully, you guys should be able to finalize and work on your recommendation report as soon as possible. So that will be our main objective for the final assessment tree over here. All right. For the assessment, you have up until 17th of June, which basically means that you have about, a little bit more than half a month for you to work on your written report. But I hope that you guys have started to reach out to your group members at least. If you haven't, please go and refer to the group sign up sheet so that you can get your friend's number and basically know what are get to know your friends first before we actually kick started in our synchronous session later this week. Right. Your written report will be 30% of your coursework. So if I were you guys, I would actually I would actually work very hard on this assignment because 30% is quite a huge chunk of marks. All right. So again, what we really want to talk about today is just talking about Memo. And Memo is actually one of the most important, and you will be seeing a lot of memos when you guys have started working later. So I thought that this is a very nice type of business writing that you guys should be introduced to so that you're not, you're a bit more familiar when you guys started working later. Ladies and gentlemen, Memo is a little bit, probably a little bit foreign for some people because Memo is mostly used in an organization. And in today's session as well, we will be looking at the difference between Memo and also email itself. So before that, I just would like to show you guys some samples of Memo. Probably some of you guys have seen such memos before. So I would like to show it to you guys now. As you can see here, there are many, many different designs and also different templates, if you can say it. It all depends on that particular organization or the company itself. Now, for some organization, they have their own template, and as you can see, some of them has very fancy colors, some of them are very plain like this, and for some they even put up some logos to show that okay, this memo is taken from this company, so that it's actually very straightforward and easy. Now, memo is one type of business writing. Now, if you guys are not familiar with business writing are authentic letters, or business writing is the kind of writings that you will encounter when you have stopped okay sorry when you have start working in the industry, or working in general. Now, many people currently, we often use email when we want to communicate with people. Obviously, we do have a lot of phone applications like WhatsApp and Telegram, and for many people that has always been used as the mean of communication. But when it comes to working, it has to be black and white, it has to be formal. All right, so that is why when you have started working, you're more likely to get your very own email. Now, in your email address, it should indicate that you are working with that company. So that is what we call as affiliation. Now, if you guys notice that my email address indicates that, my name, my full name, Wanofara at ump.edu.my. So that UMP indicates my affiliation, the name of the company that I work for. So people who are not from UMP, when they look at my email address, they sort of like know, oh, probably this person works for this company. All right. So, most commonly used business writing that we have in the world today, I would say that would be on email. But we also have a bit of formal letter as well. Now, a lot of you guys probably will be thinking, why do we need formal letter today? It's because, if I'm being very honest, people in the past, they would have it in a form of a letter. And if you remember, you have to chop, 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 submit to this person, submit to that person. But in today's world, we still have to do that, but we attach it in email. All right, so we can say that attached is the letter approved by blah blah blah. So we're still using it, but the main medium of it will be via email as well. The same thing goes into memo, and that is why I would like to clarify on the differences between memo and also email to many of you guys over here. All right, so what is memo? Memo is a type of internal office correspondence, and the main objective of having a memo is to disseminate, or to share information, okay, to provide some requests, and to provide responses, and also to present any type of report writing. Now, for your particular assignment, ladies and gentlemen, you would have to insert the finding for your recommendation report in the memo itself. So this is a very, very important type of business writing that you guys have to focus on and have to know how to do it, so that you can do your assignment later. Now, when it comes to memo, it's actually very short and direct. It's very easy, and it's something that a lot of people find it very easy to read. Okay, in terms of the formatting itself, we have very nice, very large margin. We have itemized entry, and we try to make it as simple to the reader as possible. Now, I would like to spend some time talking about the difference between memo and also email, ladies and gentlemen. When we use memo, we are sending out information, and I would like to use the word blast over here. Now, blast, we are going to blast out our email and give it to people who work in the same company, who's working together with you. We can say your colleagues lah. Okay, so you are blasting out your memo to internal organization. So normally the things or the kind of content that you put in your memo would be on the policies, would be on any kind of changes that happen internally in the organization. We also have some procedures or events. Let's say, for example, there is a Jamuan Hari Raya. People will send out a memo for people, or for internally, so that people know, oh, we're going to have, Hari Raya celebration later. Now, when it comes to language, Okay, language itself. Normally, when we write or when we give out memo, ladies and gentlemen, it has to be very easy and straight to the point. In comparison, if we write an email, ladies and gentlemen, the language that we use is often a little bit more longer. The reason why is because you want to express friendliness. You want to show that you're polite. I hope this email finds you well. Da 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 da. So there would be some kind of, I wouldn't say unnecessary, but I would say polite expressions. So in terms of length, okay, sometimes memo is longer, especially if you're writing a report, but normally in terms of the language itself, email would have more of those polite expressions, polite phrases that you put in. All right, and when you send out an email, normally you send out to specific people. Okay, let's say for example, I would like to send an email to my boss, so the person who's receiving my email is only one person. Or sometimes I only send it out to people in my faculty only, so it's directly only to specific people. In comparison, if you send out a memo, it will be blasted out to everybody in the organization itself. So that those are the differences, okay, between memo and also email. Now, I wouldn't go in detail about the parts of memo and everything else, but you guys can have a look at what are the styles and things for you to refer to. And I also will be showing you guys some samples so that you guys are much more aware of a memo in general, so that when you guys have started working, this would be something very new and this would be easy for you guys because you already understand and you already know what memos are. All right, so mhm. Now I will be showing you guys some sample of memo. Let me hold on. All right, so now, for memo itself, this is one of the samples that I would like to share with you guys on business memo. So it looks very straightforward and easy to the eye, but this will not be. This is not how your assignment will look like, because as I mentioned, there are many different reasons of why we send out a memo. It could be because there is a new change of organization, or if there is new person becoming the boss, for example, they will send out a memo to inform people of the new changes, or even which is something that is related to your assignment, to send out a report writing, so you know that your assignment would be longer and much more richer as compared to this one. But I want to share with you guys a sample of this professional and business memo, just so that you guys know that there are different varieties and different ways of people sending out memo when they have started working. Okay, so this is a sample of memo, and I hope you guys can go and refer to it. If I'm being very honest and straightforward, this is not how your assignment will look like, but this is good for your future, where you will be much more familiar with different types of memo. So this will be one of the types of memo. Now, I would like to also show you guys a sample of how you will need to write and you need to do for your assignment. All right. Now I am going to upload this in the Microsoft Teams itself, so you guys can go and refer to a sample over here. So you guys can basically take your time to read uh, this sample over here. And in our class later during the synchronous session, I would try to assist you guys, and hopefully we can start working on your report writing as soon as possible. Now, for that matter, you guys can reach out to your friends first, and then during the synchronous session, I'm hoping to do a bit more close activity with you guys, so that you know how to do each one of the part. Now, do not worry, because I will be telling you guys how to do the introduction, how to write the background, how to write the statement of problem, each one of the components over here will be explained later in the class. All right, so again, the session today is just basically to share you guys some samples of memos so that you guys are much more familiar on how to write memo. Okay, so that will be all for our class for today. I look forward to seeing you guys this week. All right, please enjoy your weekend and take care. Bye, guys.